What's up, everybody? This is your boy Metahuman Macaluco, and tonight is actually a very special night. We're actually at Mad Chicken in the exact same plaza as Kelly Brothers Irish Pub. It is Pub Dubs tonight. It is actually Alchemist's birthday. Happy birthday, Ali. Thank you for having me come over and check out the scene. We're going to be going back inside and doing a little B-roll of that. But before we get into that, I do want to introduce my friend, Mr. Mingo.
Hey, how's it going, Lugo?
Absolutely.
Nice.
So, earlier inside the bar, you had mentioned that you have a background in graphic design.
Yeah, I did actually. I went to Kaiser University. I got a degree in graphic design and multimedia production. So a lot of my background is everything that's Adobe, 3D graphics, even down to HTML coding, CSS. So it's a lot of background in everything that is design.
Okay. And what got you into that? What was the initial domino effect that got you into that? And what was the domino effect of you getting into music production as well?
Well. That's actually all the same domino effect. My first introduction to the music industry and the music scene here in South Florida was working with Team Underground and Renzo back when we first initiated, over at least 10 years ago by now. Back then, I was a photographer for the team.
Okay.
So part of my photography journey was learning how to edit, learning how to manipulate the photos, make sure everything looked really crisp and clean for different DJs. Going to different venues, like back then Grand Central, big artists, all sorts. So I wanted to do a great job. Part of that was getting good at school. But during that scene, at the same token, my love of music is where it kind of developed for the most part, and I became more and more enthusiastic about DJing at that point.
I feel like a lot of you guys have a common background where you utilize doing the music events as a way to fund your school. Did you have to go through that same boat?
No, actually, music events for me became more of a social outlet. I had a lot of crippling anxiety issues that basically I treated myself by putting myself in front of people so that I got over the stage fright. And that eventually led me to my current career, which is I work in management for different organizations so that I can work in front of people, be able to do presentations and meetings. And it's all really been a great journey where everything has clicked together as different puzzle pieces from different puzzle systems, if that makes sense, or different boxes.
Absolutely.
Working together to basically develop a life that I can feel that I'm proud of.
Absolutely. So it wove itself together and it helped you in the long run. And gave you absolutely like different tools and assets to utilize.
Absolutely. Sometimes in life, your journey shouldn't be a road that you're always mapping out, but instead follow the path, and then as the path reveals itself, that's when you can decide which way you want to go with it.
Gotcha. Now, as going back to the photography, what were your favorite venues that you went to and got to photograph versus your least favorite? Ones you had terrible times at, and ones you had great times at.
Very honestly, actually, the most difficult were venues with variations in lighting. So when you had to deal with where inside of a building was very dark, the next room there was a whole different level of lighting, then outside, and you're constantly between all 3 or 4 of those stages, attempting to pick up, the best quality of photos and make sure that each one of your photos, as you're working with it, fit together with the overall album. That's what I think was my least favorite because it took so much time in post to be able to edit.
Right.
My favorite so far was a good friend of mine. Shout out to Pastel Beach, a great producer from down here in South Florida.
Love him.
Oh, great friend of mine. He worked in a production company at one point in time, and he took me with him to, I think, Florida Atlantic University for a festival they were hosting one night. And not being part of any of the festival staff, but being part of, the circle working with him that night, I was able to get on top of the boom lift and take what was my dream photos of over the crowd, over the stage, with everything that I could, and still to this day, it's my favorite photos.
Okay. Hell yeah. Do you still currently do photography every now and then now?
Every once in a blue moon, I do micro photography.
I gotcha.
I love just taking up close-ups and making it artistic, or when I go camping, those long exposure types.
Okay. Along your photography journey, did you ever get experimental with filmography?
Actually, yes, I did.
And what are your favorite projects with that?
Actually, during school, I got to direct my own video, which was a culmination of different songs, where each department within the school was able to represent what was their department for the school to kind of build morale, but at the same time show off what we did as far as our education.
Right.
And putting it all together was my favorite project, actually, working with every department. I'm in graphic design, but working with the video game team, the health services team, the legal department, criminal justice, all those different teams within the school, and put together what I still to this day kind of show off with a little bit of pride because it was just such a fun time.
Okay. Oh yeah. So with that, did you ever make your own personal music videos?
No, I never did. The closest thing I ever did to that was a few other artists. The most memorable at the moment was a producer from down here in South Florida named Beethoven, one of my inspirations and people that helped teach me how to play vinyl originally. He had original releases, and what I would do is take his original releases and those YouTube videos with movement and different animation with the audio spectrum following the beat. Well, I was able to produce one of those for him.
Okay, that's fucking fire, actually.
Oh yeah.
What? Do you you gotta send me a link to that so I can put it in the description whenever you get a chance.
Oh, I would definitely. It's a Kingdom Hearts track. I gotta look for it, or I'll send him a message and see if I can get that for you.
Gotcha. Going into music, what genres do you love playing, and what genres do you have yourself finding to play because the crowd wants it or the venue wants it?
So it all depends on the venue. My favorite types of venues are locations where I can play whatever I want. But at the end of the day, you play to the crowd. You play what the location wants, the people want. The idea is for them to have fun. For the most part,
So it's reading a room.
It's reading a room, 100%. But mostly, I dislike is having to play too commercial, where you're playing for, let's say, I would say, like an art gallery or something like that, where you have to play below a certain level, you keep an energy level at a very minimum. It limits your creativity, but it also, on the DJ side, you have to have the right amount of tracks and variations to be able to work with that.
Has that deterred you from playing festivals?
No, that would be a dream of mine, one thing.
Has that deterred you from playing at anime conventions?
No, not at all. Actually, that's some of my favorite times playing. Most recently was Anime EY that just passed. My best time. I went in there extremely nervous.
It's so funny you bring that up because I feel so bad. I made a video about this. I'd actually gone missing that Saturday, quote unquote. Everyone was freaking out. My friend let me borrow his scooter. It broke down like an hour away in Lakewood.
Oh no, I remember seeing you there and your friends. So I didn't see you at the rave, and you missed out. That was a great one.
I know, but I really wanted to see that John Jones fight at the time.
I wouldn't blame you. I'm a fan of fighting myself.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. I used to do Kempo karate. I got up to a black belt in that.
Kempo karate?
Yes, sir.
Dude. Okay, you're speaking my language. Did you ever learn any other martial arts besides Kempo?
Before Kempo, I worked in Taekwondo.
Okay.
Well, not working, but training.
I mean, if you were coaching a little bit and you got a little free session here and there.
No, more. I was still a student at the time.
I feel did the striking aspect... yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro, man? How you been?
Good.
How was Red Gaming last week?
Great. We're actually in the middle of an interview.
Oh, shit. My bad.
No, you're good. Love you, bro. I'll talk to you when we're done.
He's cool people, too.
He is great people. I totally lost my
We
train
were
of
talking
thought.
about Taekwondo.
Yes. So what got you into Taekwondo and Kempo? Did you like the striking aspect of it?
As a kid, big fascination in kung fu movies.
Okay.
And there was right down the street from my house. It was a karate studio, so I got placed there. After school activities for the most part. But my favorite thing was sparring days.
Yes.
Oh, those are the funnest.
They're always fun.
Oh yeah.
Sparring.
Hey, I mean, you're not trying to hurt the other person, but at the same time, you want to make sure your presence is felt too.
Oh, 100%. Gotta make them feel it.
Absolutely.
All right. Anyway, I feel like we got sidetracked, and I had asked you about your favorite genres, but you did go into great detail about not doing commercial spots.
Correct.
Because it deters you from your creativity.
Absolutely.
Now, in terms of your creativity, are you a big house guy? Are you a big D&B, jungle, rhythm, dubstep, liquid?
Honestly, I've played it all. I love playing it all. It all depends on the mood at the time. Like for instance, I'll go from enjoying what I call sad trance in a sense, which is a track that I really love at the moment by Swoo called The One. I was at 3 Point Festival. I enjoyed listening to Horse Girl. Heartbreak Harvest was a great song that I really enjoyed at the time. But But then again, one of my favorite things to play is also garage. So UK garage, house, bass house. It all depends on the mood, the environment, the crowd that I'm currently with.
Do you like future garage?
Future garage. There's a lot of genres that get mixed up in different names and things like that. But I think
It kind of sounds like house to me.
well, a lot of garage does sound like house. It's going to be very structure similar. It's going to use a lot of thirds, but it does have that same 4/4 structure for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say speed garage would be my specific favorite.
You ever played any metal stuff at any point in your career?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And what are your favorite bands that you like to remix?
Oh. Funeral for a Friend. I love playing Funeral for a Friend, especially some of those tracks that really speed up the BPM and bring it into an almost drum and bass vibe. So you got like a punk rock with the drum and bass. It's a great mix.
Are you performing tonight at Ali's event?
We'll be playing at the Afters. We have a little bit of a change in the venue going on here, but we do have an Afters going on, and I have changed what I was planning to play from a drum and bass night to something a little bit more interesting and experimental.
I got you. Alrighty, well, let me not waste any more of your time. I do appreciate you coming on to the show.
I appreciate you having me.
If you ever want to come back and do another interview or a food review collab, because at some point I'm going to take a break from interviews,
Sure.
and we'll figure it out from there. I have a little green planet for this reason. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you follow my man on SoundCloud, and you have Mixcloud.
Mixcloud, no, not anymore currently, but
Yes,
mainly you can
Spotify.
follow me on Instagram as Mingo After Dark. No, I use Google for the most part. I'm actually against the Spotify, believe it or not. I like using my Google
Okay.
Premium account.
Okay, so you're gonna get a link to that. You're gonna get a link to his Instagram, and you will follow him. This is not a request. This is a command. Thank you, everybody. This is your boy Metahuman out.
Her skirt and while she's straightening her stockings, her hair has gotten wet.
There's no compromise for quality. Count on us. And there's nothing too good for a customer.
Fuck Lucas Versace.